Every year, from November 25th to December 10th, we mark the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Our mobilization is imperative because change is imperative. Violence against women and girls continues to be the most widespread attack on human rights worldwide. Globally, almost 30% of women have suffered physical or sexual violence at least once in their lives. This is 736 million women around the world.
Las prácticas lesivas hacen daño. Como mínimo, 200 millones de mujeres y niñas se han visto sometidas a la mutilación genital femenina. El patriarcado hace daño. En el 2021, unas 45.000 mujeres y niñas murieron asesinadas en todo el mundo a manos de su pareja o de familiares. Cada hora, más de 5 mujeres o niñas son asesinadas por una persona de su entorno más cercano.
Sexual violence continues to be weaponized in conflicts around the world, scarring survivors, their families, and communities for life. When women and girls rise up to demand their rights, they are often met with state violence. We are witnessing this violence in Iran, where authorities continue to crack down on protests for women's rights, where young women continue to die at the hands of police, and where thousands of girls were poisoned to keep them out of school.
يشكل تغيير المناخ أيضاً تهديداً كبيراً لملايين النساء والفتيات، وتؤدي الكوارث والتدهور البيئي إلى النزوح والفقر وانعدام الأمن الغذائي، مما يزيد من خطر العنف القائم على النوع الاجتماعي. النساء والفتيات والفئات المهمشة هم الأكثر ضرراً.
While many countries introduced laws to combat gender-based violence, weak enforcement and social norms that legitimize violence continue to leave women and girls exposed.
The COVID-19 pandemic made things worse. The pandemic exacerbated deep structural inequities. It reversed decades of progress on women's participation in the labor market. It increased the number of women living in extreme poverty, and it expanded unpaid care and domestic work. All of these consequences increase the level of violence against women and girls.
Invest to prevent violence against women and girls is this year's call to action across the 16 days of activism. As educators and unionists, we know quality education is the best way to change the deep-rooted cultural norms that fuel gender-based violence.
Des études ont montré que les filles et les femmes ayant suivi l'enseignement primaire sont 30% plus susceptibles de s'opposer aux mutilations génitales féminines que celles qui n'ont pas bénéficié d'éducation formelle. Si une fille ou une femme a suivi l'enseignement secondaire, il y a 70% de chances supplémentaires qu'elle rejette les mutilations génitales féminines. La transformation commence par l'éducation, mais elle doit aller au-delà de l'autonomisation de nos filles. Elle doit changer le comportement de chacun.
Nous devons investir dans un enseignement public de qualité qui soit inclusif, qui transforme les rapports entre les genres et qui soit accessible gratuitement pour chaque enfant dans le monde entier. Nous devons former les enseignantes et les enseignants à l'éradication des normes culturelles toxiques et les aider à mener cette transformation dans leurs écoles et leurs communautés.
We need to invest in our schools as safe spaces. This means supporting school leaders and all school staff to set up clear processes to deal with all cases of gender-based violence, to ensure reporting, follow-up, reparations, and justice. We need to make sure survivors are heard, believed, and supported.
We need our teachers and education support personnel to join forces with parents and community leaders in order to mainstream gender equality across the entire community.
We must also protect the women who make education happen every day, our teachers and education support personnel who are at risk of violence in their schools, their homes, and their streets. That's why Convention 190 and Recommendation 206 of the International Labour Organization are so important and must be ratified and implemented in every country in the world.
This is our mission and our call to action. We will not be free as women until all women and girls are safe to enjoy their rights. Join us. Call on your government to go public and fund inclusive and gender transformative quality public education for all.